Oh, very funny. All right, you guys, your next comic I'm so excited to bring up. She's one of my favorite people, one of my favorite comics. She's a badass and a hardworking producer. She produces most of the comedy shows you see here at Mad Suite downtown. Saturday nights, the open mics on Thursday. She's a fucking pimp. You guys make some goddamn noise for Hailee Lenhart-Wees.
So good to see you. Hi. Oh, a little bit about me, if you don't know me. I also have a dad who's judgy. Anybody else? Yeah? They're working on it, guys. We gotta be patient. You ever parent your parents? Like, all millennials are like, yes. Actually, I raised all my siblings. That's why I'm not having children. I raised them when I was one. Oh, it's so fun. I love it. I do love my dad. He tries to be a good dad. He tries to be interested in my life. Like, he asks me questions all the time. He's like, hey kid, I notice you're on a lot of these gay as F comedy shows. Why is that? And I'm like, well, father, I'm a bisexual. And I'm actually a pansexual. It just felt like too much information to give him all at one time. So I was like, I'm a bisexual, which just means if you wash it, I'll eat it. My dad doesn't appreciate that motto or pun. Pansexual, you wash, I'm fucking clever. I've got stickers. You can have them after the show, so thank you, I'm awesome. No, but he's getting used to it, you know, like every Thanksgiving I mention how many fish tacos I've had, and we're getting more used to it. You just gotta train your parents, guys, seriously. Parenting is so hard. My dad tries to do it so often. It's so sweet. It's so cute. I don't have kids. I just think maybe it's bad for the environment. I also don't have kids because I don't know when to censor them and when not to censor them, you know what I mean? Like, I probably could have grown up with a little bit more censorship. Like, I was listening to this song as a teenager, and it went like, you make me suicidal, suicidal when you say it's over. And I was like, hot. You can't live without me? Oh my God. I will be the Bella to your Edward. Thank you for asking. Oh. And then you get into a relationship like that when you're an adult and you're like, oh no. I'd really like to leave, but I don't want to be a murderer. Yeah, that's always fun. So like a little censorship would have been nice, for sure. But then I have like some cousins out in Olympia and they have far too much censorship. In their household, they're not allowed to use the word vagina. They have to say front butt. Yes, it's funny, but it's not funny, guys. It's not funny. That's some suppression right there. So I just wanted to bring them into the 21st century. I was swimming one day with my uncle and I got out of the water and I didn't pull up my swim trunks, so I accidentally mooned my uncle. And he was like, oh. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Uncle Joel. And he's like, it's fine, just put it away. And I'm like, no, really, I'm so sorry you had to see my back vagina. We don't talk anymore. And I'm okay with that. You know, you just gotta parent your whole family. You just have to parent your whole family in order to bring them along. It's fine. It was funny. I wanted to tease him. I didn't do this, but I should have been like, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were into anal. Gross. Yeah, I am not ready for a kid. Mostly because I'm working on myself. Like, I'm not going to be rude to myself. Like, I'm a piece of art, okay? Like, don't laugh at that. That was rude. How dare you? But you're right. I'm a piece of art from like, you know, from far away. You see it and you're like, oh my God, that is a gorgeous photo of Marilyn Monroe. You know what I mean? And then you walk up to it closer and you're like, nope, that is 1,000 different portraits of dicks all put together. It's a really good art piece, they look good together. Like I have 1,000 dicks, which is fine, I'm getting used to it because you know what? Everybody liked Dick. Give it up for Dick, everybody. Right? Like, straight men love it, gay men love it, straight men love it the most, for sure. Straight women, like really it's only the lesbian community that doesn't appreciate that D, you know? And they enjoy the D, just without the ick behind it, so that is why they invented the strap-on. So. And that is a spelling joke, thank you. I went to college. I'm doing great. No, but I'm working on myself. I'm trying to be a better person. I've bought a lot of plants. No, it's great, but they're all dying. Mostly because they have different water schedules, and I'm like, if you can't all be the same, then standardized testing's not for you, you know? I'm George Bush of plants. That's what I am. But I have a roommate, and he was cleaning the house. No, he was sweeping the hallway. No, he was sweeping around his cat box, which I appreciate. It's just that one thing is nice. I love it. He was sweeping around his cat box, and he saw one of my plants had dropped a lot of leaves, and he's like, "Oh no, is your plant doing okay?" I was like, "No, it's not." He's like, "Why? What's wrong with it?" I'm like, "I'm letting it die." And he's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not just letting it die, I'm letting them all die." And he's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because plants require fertilizer and love and water and all these things, and it's just too much, and I would have to pick which one to give the love and attention to in order to save them, and that just feels rude, so like it's worse than Sophie's Choice. It's Hailee's indecision and you lose your whole family." And that right there is why I am not a mother. Oh. I do have a dog, very nice dog. You have to walk him, turns out. It's terrible. No. I love my dog, he's a good boy. I got a new job recently where I had to do longer hours and we had to figure out how to take care of the dog and let him out sooner than later, and we had to learn this a couple times. We have to lock him in the bedroom now because he likes to get into the trash. Whether we've walked him or not, he's like, haha, parents aren't home, trash time, trash time, trash, you know? And then you have like coffee grounds everywhere and it's just a mess and a shit show, so you have to clean that up. And then he didn't like that we had started locking him in the bedroom, so he did this thing where, I'm sorry, you're eating. He pooped. But he was nice, and he covered it up with our dirty laundry. So, oh, kids these days, you know, they're just so good. They're so nice. So that's about all I can handle with parenting, which is good because I got out of college recently, 5 years ago. And I learned a lot of stuff in college, like, I did. I learned something. But what I mostly learned was like, do you guys ever go into the bathroom after a guy's come out of it and you see the toilet seats down? Yeah. And you're like, is he a gentleman or did he poop? And then you sit down and you're like, he pooped. I went to college. Warm toilet seat equals yes. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, sitting on warm toilet seats has kind of created a weird fetish for me. Don't knock it till you try it, okay? I now do this thing where I go to Starbucks and I watch attractive women work on their computers. And then I wait for them to get up and leave. And then I take their seats. It's just like sitting on their lap without them saying, no thank you, no thank you. You know, and you gotta get the attention somehow, guys. Like, so I do things like this, but I did go to college and I learned a lot of things, and mostly I learned that it's good to party because life doesn't go on forever and people die and COVID happens and things are shit, but still live life because you know what? In the wise words of Kesha, I actually don't know any Kesha. No, I'm sorry. In the wise words of Hailee, wear glitter, because you know what? You only live once. But I did that motto for about a week and then it was bad, because you know how glitter starts out on your face? And then it gets on his dick? And then it ends up in your asshole and you're like, oh my god. Have you ever tried to get glitter out of your asshole? Like, Taco Bell tonight, clear that shit out. So, thank you guys so much. I'm Hailee Lenhart-Wees. Have a great night. Afternoon.
Keep it going for Hailee Lenhart-Wees. I think this is the one crowd where literally all of us have had to get glitter out of our asshole.